everyone, and welcome to Dino Draws Dinos, in which a dino draws dinos in alphabetical order. Today, we'll be looking at the Allosaurus, which was a carnivorous theropod that lived around 145 million years ago in the late Jurassic period. Its favorite thing to get at a cafe is a tiramisu cake served with warm vanilla milk. It lived in Portugal, and its name means different dinosaur, and I can relate. If this dino had a voice, it would sound like,
Vanessa, we talked about this. No one wants to see your banana monkey stunt. It's not entertaining, not in the slightest. In fact, I'd rather not see it again.
etc. Once, this dino witnessed a dog jumping off a boat. It had only been a few minutes and had been rescued by the authorities, but the news was already everywhere. The Allosaurus, who was a journalist, got an email from their boss that they should cover the story. Finally, after so many months of just editing other people's articles or taking notes for others' interviews, they finally had a story of their own. Of course, everyone else would be dying to have an interview with the doggo, so they'd have to do this carefully. Word on the street was that the dog had been taken to the vet for further analysis to see if it got injured. They calculated the location, time, and deduced which vet office the police had taken the dog to. They drove to the office, and on the way, they stopped at a cafe to pick up some specialty dog pastries. They made it to the vet, but when they asked the attendant to see the dog, they said that no one would be allowed to see the dog unless the owner says it's okay, but she's been stuck in traffic. The dinosaur had hoped they wouldn't have to lie in the interview, but, well, a dino's gotta do what a dino's gotta do. They told the attendant that they weren't a reporter, and the dog's owner was their cousin, and since they lived closer, the owner asked the dinosaur to check on the pupper. The veterinary office seemed to be a panic pool at the moment, so the attendant, who was swamped with documents and papers, let the Allosaurus see the dog without any questions. The dinosaur made it to the dog's room's door and told the officers that were standing in front of it the same lie they told the attendant. The cops let the dinosaur in, since they assumed that others had probably already asked the dinosaur questions. When the Allosaurus got in the room, the dog growled at them, indicating that they had been pestered by a lot of people today, and they still don't want to give an interview. The dinosaur said that they weren't there to interview the dog, and they just wanted to make sure it was okay, which was only a half lie since, though they did want to do an interview, the dinosaur was really a dog lover at heart. They held out one of the dog pastries to the pup and sniffed the cake, telling the dinosaur that it didn't really believe them, but they could sit down now. The Allosaurus got straight to the nugget and asked why the dog jumped off the boat. The doggo growled again, showing the dinosaur that they said this wasn't an interview. The Allosaurus said they understood and apologized. The dog took another deep breath and barked softly, letting the dinosaur know that its owner hadn't been in the best health lately. The dinosaur apologized again. The dog's owner once was eating dinner with her family, honey-glazed salmon with fancy sauce, but she told her mother that she wasn't hungry. Her mom said that was nonsense and that the fish would be good for her health, so she should eat more. The dinosaur nodded and put one of the cakes on a napkin and set it beside the dog. The pup made a quiet grunt, which told the dinosaur that it thanked them and went on with the story. The owner's family wanted her to be happy, so they scheduled a scenic boat ride through the town's canal. The dog had been sitting on the owner's lap, who had been peacefully enjoying the boat, when all of a sudden she had a coughing fit. The dog didn't know what to do. The boat staff and the owner's family were doing all they could do to help, but the owner just kept on gasping for air, coughing and coughing. The dog whimpered quietly, indicating that they saw a fish swimming in the canal, and they thought maybe if they could catch the fish and bring it to their owner, then
maybe your owner would feel better.
The Allosaurus finished for them. The dog nodded, and the dinosaur got up. They said to the dog that they appreciated that they trusted them with this, and they also told it that their owner must be very worried about the pupper, and they should make it up to her, and petted it on the head. The dog wagged their little tail, telling the dinosaur that they agreed wholeheartedly and would do the best they could for their owner, and also thanks for the treats. The dinosaur walked out of the vet and deleted their boss's email from their phone. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you all, my sweet shrimp biscuits. I hope you like my drawing, and hope to see you again next time. This has been Dino Draws Dinos.